And now we move to the prepared portion of our meeting. Prepared meaning, actually the whole meeting was prepared.
Surprisingly.
But this is the part where the speeches are a little more prepared. We are beginning with an experienced Toastmaster. He is a competent communicator bronze, working on his competent communicator silver. He will be giving an advanced speech from the Humorously Speaking manual, the first project, and the title is A Jewel in the Carribean. Please help me welcome Fred Sadler.
Imagine this scene on a big, beautiful yacht, anchored just off the coast of St. John Island in the Caribbean. It's the 1950s, and Lawrence Rockefeller leans over to his wife at breakfast time and says, "Dear, is there anything else I can get you?" And she, being the wife of a very wealthy man, after all, he's the son of, or a descendant of John D. Rockefeller, the oil tycoon, she leans over and says, "Yes, dear, buy me that island." And he says, "Sure," and reaches into his pocket, gets a checkbook out, and writes a check for St. John. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, thank you all for coming to my class on how to get the most out of your forthcoming trip to St. John. St. John is one of the U.S. Virgin Islands, along with St. Thomas and St. Croix. It was bought by the United States government from Denmark in 1917. The main reason they did that was they were concerned about the German involvement into our area, our waters, and they thought it would protect us at the end of World War I. The price, $25 million. Stockbrokers today spend that on a slumber party over the weekend. So they obviously got a very good deal for this, and they not only protected us against the World War I threat, but they got a great place to vacation, which is part of the United States. Christopher Columbus was the first European to see these islands in 1493. He named the islands Anse del Virgenes, or 11,000 virgins, in honor of the feast day of St. Ursula. It even gets better. The feast day of St. Ursula and the 11,000 virgins who were martyred along with her. So the legend says. What a way to lose your virginity. St. John is the smallest of the three islands, about the size of Manhattan. And it's not accessible by air. You fly to St. Thomas and you take a ferry that's 20 minutes to get to St. John. You will love this island. It's unspoiled. There's so many beaches. And part of the reason it's unspoiled is that Lawrence Rockefeller turned around in 1956 and gave his land, which was most of the island, to the United States government, and under the proviso that it would be a national park and be never developed, which it is. So it's one of the least developed islands of all these fancy islands in the Caribbean as a result. There are many beautiful beaches. The sand is white and it is so soft, it's almost like you're standing on powdered sugar. The water is beautiful. It's emerald green here and various shades of blue there. It's very warm and just delightful to swim and snorkel in. And one of the best places to go is Trunk Bay, which is typically voted one of the 10 best beaches in the world. And there is a snorkel trail that you can go follow that has these plaques on the ground that as you look down and snorkel, it tells you what you're seeing as you're going along. And I want to tell you about the principles of snorkeling. It's really not too difficult. You have a mask and a snorkel. And the idea is you take the mask, fit it to the right size by adjusting the sides, and you pull it over your face, get a good seal around your nose. And if you need to get rid of any water or air, you push your face like this and blow through your nose. It gets rid of any extra water. You use this little mouthpiece. Put it in your mouth. Oh. Don't talk. If you ever get any water in this, you don't take it out and try and do this. You spit. And the water comes out through the little valve. And then so your goggles don't fog, you take a little spit and you rub it on the inside. And then you put this in the water and put it on your face. Now they do sell all kinds of potions that you can use, but what's better than Fred's spit? And it's cheaper too. Now, where to stay? I want to advise you that the thing you should do is what I did. It worked like a charm. You find a cousin who is renting a house with 4 air-conditioned bedrooms. And you get your cousin to invite you to stay for a week. It worked, particularly if you like your cousins. Now, if you don't have a cousin that you can do that with, and you can't find one, then there is a place called Catered To, a marvelous rental agency that you can call, and they will let you rent a house, a condo, whatever you want. Don't forget the hat. I spent most of my week wearing this. And be sure to put on sunblock. Now the thing with sunblock, it works much like a birth control pill. You really need to use it if you want to make it work effectively. So that means putting it all over the sun-exposed areas. And if I knew you better, I would take off my socks and show you my bright red feet that I forgot to put sunblock on. And I've been paying the price to kind of itch and peel ever since. So everywhere. If you rent a car, remember, you drive on the left side. And finally, if you go the last week in April, as I did, you get to see Carnival, where all kinds of bands from all over the Caribbean come and march and parade and sing calypso and use steel drums and have a grand old time. You'll be going home humming calypso melodies. Mr. Toastmaster.